Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we've got one here from Panzerkampf in 1/72nd scale diecast. It is, well, obviously you can see a J-6 right there. Now this is a Shenyang J-6, which is the Chinese built version of the MiG-19 Farmer. Now our particular aircraft is from the Pakistan Air Force, and they would receive around 260 J-6 F-6s between 1965 to 1980. So export versions of the J-6 would be known as F-6s. Now these would be given over 140 improvements to increase their interceptor and close support abilities. Pakistan F-6s would see combat during the 1971 Indo-Pakistan War, with Pakistani F-6 fighters shooting down a number of Indian aircraft. Now Pakistan did retire their single-seat F-6s in 2002, but they still do retain a number of their two-seat trainer variants for, well, obviously, training duties. Now if we open this up, it is well packed in there, and it does have some little information in the flap there. But it is no good sitting in there, is it? So what we've got to do is get this out of the box and have a real good look at it. Now, this is actually my second attempt at doing this video, because I did buy one off AliExpress, and this is where I got this one, and it arrived broken. And that was one hell of a terrible experience as well, because the seller that I bought this off, Playful Vincent off AliExpress, he wasn't very playful. He just jerked me around, said he was going to send, it came with a broken canopy. Oh, better check that straight away. Oh, phew, it's intact. And he said, oh, yeah, I'll send you a new canopy when you buy another purchase. And it's like, okay, no worries. So I ended up buying this again, because I just didn't trust it, because I've had issues with AliExpress before with their return policies. And when something does go wrong, they're not very good at it. So I bought this again, and I did finally get another canopy, but I didn't get the whole canopy. They just sent the windscreen, but I needed the whole canopy setup. So, but they were nice enough to send me a free gift, which is this, and that is all broken at the front there. So they sent me a broken model as a free gift to say thanks for your business, but they sort of ripped me off, which is a little bit disappointing. So, well, it's not Panzerkampf's fault, but yeah, AliExpress, I've started to steer away from that a little bit. Their after-sales service is woeful. Now we'll have a little look in here. So this is the stand pieces that you do get. So it's going to be one of those sort of stands that prop it up like that. And here we have some ordnance and some landing gear options, I think. And that is going to be really cool. We'll move that out of the way. We want to get to this F6 first and see if we can get this out. Now, as you can see, it is in a big foam pack. And it's tight in there. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to get out. Let's see how long it's going to take. Oh, dear. What's the best way to grab this? Gee, it is really actually very hard to grab a hold of it. So you've got to be very careful if you do buy one of these yourself, trying to get this out. This is shit. Fucking hell. Pardon the French. Oh, finally. Okay, so there's a little... Oh, I thought that might have been see-through. You could push through it, but you can't. So that is the foam packaging, and that is quite deep. It is quite hard to get this out. But once you do get it out, that does look really nice. And this is the main reason I bought it, was for that, because I reckon that does look really cool. The actual details itself does look fantastic. The model itself, very good. Service from AliExpress, not so much. Let us take a real good look at this. Wow, that does look fantastic. And obviously you can see the Pakistani markings, the little roundels on the wings, of course. The level of detail on those wings and the whole aircraft is really nicely done. Check out that. So that canopy does look to slide open, which it does. I think that's as far as it goes. That's as far as it wants to go easily. I don't want to break this one. So I'm not going to force it. It does have some nice intake detail. That cannon detail looks pretty cool as well. Yeah, definitely looks very nice. Oh, look, to be honest, I'm pretty happy with this. This looks very well done. And it's got a fair bit of weight to it. I've had some Panzerkampf models that have felt really light, but this has got some nice heft to it. It feels actually really nice quality. It's got a little bit of engine detail in there. So overall, I think it does come up quite nice. Yeah, that looks... Oh, how cool does that look? And I think this is our first Pakistani aircraft. So to any Pakistani viewers we may have, hello. So let's turn this over and have a little look. So be careful of that little aerial that's sticking out there. And underneath there, check out those details. That does look fantastic. Yeah, pretty happy with this build. They do look really nice. A lot of great detail. All right, what we'll do is we'll set this up with some ordnance and some landing gear options and make this a more of a completed aircraft so we can check it out. All right, we'll be right back. Alrighty, here we have this set up for in-flight. One thing, no instructions. So this is the first time I have set one of these up, so it took a little while for me to work out how to sort of set, especially that tube at the front there, to work out how to get things to slot in. The gear bay doors, all three of them there, the two main ones and that nose one, magnetized. So you just drop them in, perfect. The ordnance, magnetized. You just put them in and that is job done with that as well. Very easy once you know where to put them. So those two little slots there for more ordnance aren't used, because if you go to put the magnetized pylon on there, it won't stick there at all. So there's not even a magnet in there to put extra ordnance if you decided to add some. But overall, I think this does set up very nicely. And that is your pretty cool looking Pakistani F-6 setup for in-flight. And this does look awesome. This is a lot better than the Raphael that they have. Definitely this sets up fantastically. Now it does come with a stand, which is that one. This is the stand it comes with. I've never set up one of these stands either, so I did not know how to set these up originally. There is a couple of screws in there, so you put the pieces in, the three pieces in, and then screw that in it, and then you can actually move these pieces around to align them so you can set it up for on the stand. Now hopefully we can put this on the stand without mupping it up. And that is how it sits on the stand. I personally don't like the stand because it's just resting on there. It's not inserting into anything. It's just sitting on there, and it would be easy for someone to just go whoosh and knock that off, or shaking anything and it just falls off. So that's, of course, up to you using that stand. But you do also get these two extra pieces as well. So if you want to have the aircraft tilted or anything like that, so these go inside the stand and they get covered, obviously. And then you put your tops on top of that, the little sort of pads on there that don't touch so it's not hard plastic. This is hard plastic. Then you get these little rubber tabs that you put on top, so it's only the rubber touching the aircraft. And speaking of those little rubber things, this is what they look like. You do get two sets. So these are soft. You get ones with a rounded head and ones with a flat head, which I'm using for the model at the moment. What I'll do is I'll show you. I'll pick that up. And that's the flat head ones that you do put on. And I thought that was a bit more appropriate sitting on the flat edges of the wings and underneath. But that is your aircraft set up on the stand in flight. And yeah, I think it's a really good rendition. I'm pretty happy with this one from Panzerkampf, definitely. Not happy from the AliExpress side of it, the treatment from where I bought it, but that is not Panzerkampf's fault. But what we'll do is we'll chuck some landing gear on this so we can check it out gear down and then wind up the video. All right, let's go do that right now. All right, here we have this J6 set up for a gear down and everything open. Now, it did take me a little while to find some things because, as I said, there's no instructions, so you don't know what opens and what doesn't. So you can open this area here, and you can also open the little air brakes at the back there, and there's those two little pieces that you have to put in there, little struts that you do put in there. You do get those little struts as well. You do get this, and it's all painted the same color. I actually thought that was a part to put on the plane, but it is just the piece to use to flick these doors open. So don't think that needs to go on the airplane anywhere. So that is used to open these really hard to get to parts. Now, the landing gear itself, all magnetized as well, so very straightforward. They are just the pieces that you do put in. Those magnets are very strong, and you can just chuck it in like so, and so easy. So many, as I said, the ordnance just drops straight in, very easy. Those magnets are fantastic, and this build, absolutely awesome. I reckon this is really cool. So once you've got your landing gear in, the wheels do move on the nose and the main gear as well. They feel like they might move, I think. No, those ones don't, but the nose wheel definitely does. And you put the retracted sort of pitot tube in there as well. That is different to the one you get provided. So you do have to take the extended one off at the nose and then put that one on. And of course, I've opened up that canopy properly so you can actually sort of see in there a little bit better. and I think this is one of the best builds from Panzerkampf that I've had the pleasure of looking at so far. Definitely a winner in my eyes. I reckon it does set up fantastic. We'll see how she sits on the landing gear, of course, without an issue. Boy, I am a big fan of this. This does look fantastic. I will definitely probably get some other versions of this. They do, obviously, the Russian MiG versions, of course. But when I saw this Pakistani one with the shark's mouth on the front, I really wanted to get this because I really thought that livery looked really fantastic. Look, I am so happy with the build itself. It does look fantastic. Hopefully the video has done it justice because I think it is definitely a one to consider if you're looking for a model from Panzerkampf. These J6s are very well done. So if you can grab one, definitely grab one. Maybe not from AliExpress, but from somewhere a bit more reliable, just in case there is ever anything wrong with it. You know that you won't get dicked around. Unfortunately for AliExpress, what they don't know is they've lost a customer. And as you all know, I do buy a lot of models. But oh well, their loss. I've got plenty of places I can buy my models from, so. Alright everyone, thank you as per usual for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Don't forget, if you did, some of those are down there, and always feel free to comment or subscribe to the channel as well. Alright, once again, thank you for watching, and you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers everyone.